Welcome back to another episode of Projecting Grandeur. I am your host, Ron Dichter. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being part of this growing community of ours. We're here to change the world. We're here to give tools to entrepreneurs who, in my view, are the people changing the world. They are innovating, they are disrupting, they are creating opportunities, they are taking risks. And while I don't have all the answers, I've started and sold a lot of businesses. I've got some experience and some track record of building nine-figure businesses. So anything that I can do to pass on to fellow entrepreneurs so that they can change the world, I'm all about that. I also bring on some amazing guests that have way more experience. They're smarter than me, probably better looking than me too, that they can help impart their wisdom as well. So keep making sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss out on any of the new episodes. We're still putting out 5 episodes a week, which is crazy, but we want to do it because we want to help change the world. And with all of the craziness happening in the world and the uncertainty in the economy, we need more entrepreneurs to take those risks. So be a part of this channel, be a part of this community, subscribe below, and don't forget to share it with a buddy. So today I want to talk about something that's a bit of a cautionary tale. And it's something that I've learned over my career. And candidly, if I don't pay attention, I fall victim to it again. And it's basically the concept of living your life and not being so, fixated on somebody else's. And I was thinking about this yesterday. I was, up in the mountains. I just gotten back from Florida where I spend most of my time. And I was in the mountains in Park City, and I got off the top of a chairlift to go skiing. And I just stood there and I looked out into the vastness, and I could see the highway off in the distance. I could see the town and all these things happening, around me. And I thought to myself while I was up there, I was like, well, gosh, like I'm up here in this beautiful, picturesque place. The weather was phenomenal. It was perfect bluebird day. And everybody else around me is hustling, doing something, whether they're running errands, whether they're building a business, whether they're doing whatever they're doing. Everybody is doing their own life. And I thought, well, I don't really need to worry about anything that those people are doing because I'm in the moment right now enjoying this beautiful scenery. And it's so common that we look on things like social media and we start to see what other people are putting out, and we start to second guess the things that we are doing. And we start to ask ourselves, are they enough? Are the things that we're doing enough, or should we be doing more? Because I saw so-and-so post this thing and they're really active in this thing, and so-and-so is starting this new business, and this person's, doing this coaching and this and that and all this. And we get so hung up on what everybody else is doing that if you just stop, here's the thing that's going to happen. Everything that's happening around you is still going to happen. Everybody is going to keep doing their own things. Everybody is going to keep working on whatever it is they're doing. But the fact that you stopped, does it change anything? Does it impact your life that you took a moment? Like when I was up on the top of that ski hill and I had, taken a moment to just take in that beautiful surroundings. Like I wasn't grinding. I wasn't hustling. I wasn't working. I wasn't, putting forth any forward momentum to do something. But is that a bad thing? And then, as I got back down to the bottom of the hill and hopping on the chairlift, I actually thought to myself, gosh, I'm taking out a few hours to go make some turns, and everybody else is out there grinding and hustling. And I said, you know what? Who cares? And I have done this so many times in my career where I don't stop and enjoy the things that are important to me because I'm too worried that everybody else around me is going to lap me or pass me or do something that I'm not doing. And no matter what happens, it is going to keep happening. I have these great pictures in my Park City house about these old vintage ski areas. And I was putting on my boots the other day, and I was thinking about like all these people that were in these great photos, of these various ski resorts. They're all dead. And at one point in time, whatever they were doing was really important to them in that moment. But we have to remember that we have a finite amount of time that we are here. And the time that we're here, we put forth into the things that matter to us. That doesn't mean that you can just play every day, or some of you may be able to. I can't. I like to be busy and work, but I also like to take a moment and enjoy. And my cautionary tale for you today is stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. Put down your phone. Put down the things that don't impact your life, your business, your people that are important to you, and focus at the things at hand. Whether that means that you're carving out time to grind the business, whether that means you're carving out time to solve problems or spend time with your family or go skiing or do whatever it is that you're going to do that thing. Be committed to that thing. Put blinders on to everything else out there because it just simply doesn't matter. So stop worrying about everything happening around you. Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing and only focus on the things that are important to you. Because what you will find is that there's a lot of things that are going on all around you at all times, and none of it really matters. None of it impacts you. Being worried about what somebody else is doing will have no material impact into you. And there's been a lot of times where I thought things that I was dealing with at that moment were so important. And I had to, be concerned about what somebody else was doing and how to incorporate that into what I'm doing because I saw them doing it and I thought it was important. So I needed to bring it into my own world. And you don't need any of that. You just need to know what's important to you. You need to know what you're trying to accomplish, and you need to focus on those things and tune out everything else because it just doesn't matter. Everything that's important to you, you know what it is. That's what you spend your time focusing on. So as an entrepreneur, I can tell you firsthand experience, I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of this in the past. I'm guilty of this still today. And I try to focus very hard on focusing on the things that are important to me, that move my life forward. And whether that's business, whether that's personal, whether that's family, whether that's life time off, those are the things that matter. So focus on the things that matter. Go build the best version of you and go build the life that you are set out to do. Hope you find this helpful. Hopefully you can apply this into your own business. This is Projecting Grandeur. I am your host, Ron Dichter. Please comment, please like, please subscribe, and most importantly, share. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.